Guys, you'll be surprised to know that the fall 22 admits have already started to come in. Yes, it's not even the end of November and you are already able to see the power of applying early. In this video, I'm going to show you admits and rejects from two such universities, mostly admits actually, from two such universities which have rolled out decisions extremely early. Without further ado, we're going to move on to YMGrad.com, and from there, we're going to go on to the resources, and then you go on to the decisions section. Once you're over here, you'll be see all of the applications, the admits, the rejects that students have submitted on the platform. Now, the important part to see over here are these filters. These are really the important ones, and just so you know, by the way, you can do everything that I'm showing you over here on the phone application, on the YMGrad mobile application, which is available both on Android and iOS as we speak. So go ahead, make sure to use any of these platforms, website, or any of the applications to basically do the same research for yourself that I'm showing you over here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you a little bit about the filters. We're going to deselect spring because we're not looking at the spring admits over here. We're looking at the fall ones, the really early fall admits. And then we're going to select the decision type as admits because we want to take a look at the admits and only the admits. Now, the important part, the two universities which have rolled out their admits early, we're going to go forward with them. First, I'm going to mention the first name over here and I'm going to filter the admits by that university name. So the first one over here is Arizona State University. As you can see, I'm going to be selecting that, and as soon as I select that, the filters will apply. We're seeing only fall admits, and we're only seeing the admits, of course, not the rejects, not the applications. Okay, now you can take a look at some of these, and a couple of these people I have personally worked with as well. A couple of these have submitted their admits regardless, but at the same point of time, you can see that most of these are actually verifiable, and you can actually go ahead and see for yourselves what kind of profiles have gotten in with early admits. You will see that the criteria for entering a university with early admission is actually much easier, and you'll see that profiles which are okay also are able to make it to such universities. When ASU is one of the topmost universities, as you already know, well, you can see over here how things are going for these students. So for this graduate admit over here, you can see that they applied to the CS program and they already have an admit in about 1 month. 1 month was the only waiting time. They applied early as soon as the applications opened, and even with a 7.84 GPA, and okay, the GRE score pretty decent, TOEFL score is also pretty decent, the listening score is a little bit low, and with 5 months of work experience, they have basically made it to this university, to ASU, just by applying early, right? And they're applying for a graduate program. You can actually go ahead, take a look at more of their profiles should you want to. You can take a look at their profile, their scores, decisions, other decisions, right? Their resume, if they've posted any articles. All of this you can do by yourself on the phone application or the website. I'm not going to be doing this for you over here, so you can go ahead and check. Right now they only have one admit right here because again, the admits don't really come in as easily, right? But as you can see, they were from the University of Pune. They were applying for fall 2022. All of these things, of course, do come into the picture, and you can actually do your research and understand what kind of admits you can expect if you apply early, right? Or which universities you should apply to if you're applying right now. So with that, I'm going to be closing this tab off. There's a couple more that we can take a look at. The data science admits, the CS admits, right over here, this profile, around 8 CGPA, right? Almost pretty good GRE score, pretty great TOEFL score, and about 2 years of work experience. And again, very similar profile as you can see, this one and this one. The only difference is a little bit of work ex, and this one maybe, you know, a little bit scores are better. But apart from that, what you can see is that yes, very similar kind of profiles have gotten in, right? And both of them have already received the admit around 20th of November. So all of this is really important, and I want you guys to actually make sure that you are, you know, following this. Again, you can see 19th of November. So the dates are pretty accurate over here. The decision dates, at least, are pretty accurate. And you can see that they applied for business administration degree, right? The specialization of strategy and management consulting. Again, in this case, the GPA was actually pretty low, but the WorkX was really, really high. As you can understand, in MBA programs, WorkX is the thing that counts most. That's why you are probably seeing an admit over here instead of a reject. Again, right, you can actually continue doing this research for yourself. There's a lot of admits and rejects. Like this one is for undergrad, right? So this is for basically a person who's going to study their bachelor's, right? So you can actually go ahead and you can take a look at more of these. You can bookmark these should you like these, or should you want to visit them later on. And let's say if you have bookmarked an admit over here, you add to bookmarks, and then you can go on to your save decisions to check it out later on as well, right? Anyway, so that's about it for the platform. Now let's move on to the next university over here that has revealed early admits right now for fall 2022, and that is UT Dallas. Okay, so I'm going to type over here Dallas, and I'm going to select University of Texas Dallas. All right, and you can see a lot of admits have also been given out over here quite recently, actually around the same date, November 20th. Most of them you will find, November 22, November 20. Some of these are a little bit different, I'm assuming, but for the most part, what I also realized was when students started reaching out to me, right, the people I worked with, when they reached out to me and they told me, hey, we already received the admits from UT Dallas, that was basically around 20th of November again. Okay, you can take a look at this. Some people have gotten the admits for business analytics over here, MSBA degrees, right? Some people have it for finance degrees, some people have it for, again, business analytics. So most of these are actually for MSBA. You can see that mostly what you can understand is, hey, maybe the CS admits, the finance admits, or maybe the all of the other admits have not been given out for the most part. But as you can see, all of these, almost 5 of these, are actually business analytics programs. People have submitted their applications for that program and they've already received the admits. So you can understand, okay, if maybe 5 out of 6 admits are for business analytics, maybe the only admits out right now are for MSBA, right? So this is how you can do your research. Actually, you can actually do that for 2 more business analytics. You can see over here, 1 more business analytics, 1 MSITM, right? So all of these you can actually do your research. Now you can see over here that all of the admits present are actually very, very resonant, and you are able to spot that, okay, these are actually from very similar profiles as well. Look at this. The CGPA is of 7.32. The GRE score, not that great. Okay, pretty decent, but not that great. Again, IELTS score, decent enough, a little bit low on the speaking side. WorkX is, again, almost 1.5 years, and again, you're able to see that this profile has gotten an admit, right? You can actually take a look at other MSBA admits as well, right? This one is actually a very low GPA, but they have had maybe more than 2 years of work experience, and that's probably why they are seeing an admit over here, right? 61% and still an admit in MSBA. You can see how it is very lax right now. And last year, if you see, the admits and rejects for last year, UT Dallas was certainly not that kind. They were not giving out admits to such profiles. Now they have given them out simply because these people applied early. That is the power of applying early. So if you are doing your applications right now, haven't submitted them, I advise finish off with your drafting, because that's the most time-taking part. And as soon as it is done, send in your applications. Trust me, the power of applying early, you have actually witnessed that in front of you in this video, right? You can actually take a look at more profiles. There's the 7.4 GPA. They also claim that they have received some funding, so that's again something you can look into, right? They also have 2 research papers though. Now there's one more profile over here, 8.2 GPA, right? There's all kinds of profiles, but as you can see, mostly people with a 7.5 to 8 GPA right here, and with a little bit of work experience, 1 to 2 years of work experience, have already received their admits from UT Dallas just because they applied early. So do your research, guys. This is genuine research that I'm doing over here. I'm showing you how to do it, but you can actually go ahead and do it by yourself on the application or the website. But the whole goal is that you can go ahead, check these people's resume, you can understand their profiles better, you can understand their work ex better, right? All of that is already present. Let me know if there's anything else I can do, because to be very honest, it's very difficult for me to crack the admits and rejects, because there's just so much going on, so much of work going on. But whenever I do, I came across this interesting concept that these profiles actually already got their admits, and these were early admits. I wanted to show you guys the power of applying early, so that's why this video. All right, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like the content that I'm creating, and I'll see you in the next one. Go ahead to my Instagram for much quicker updates on the admits and rejects, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.